Nachos. Before I get into what we're going to talk about, I want to thank Farrah. She made me these super cool signs. So we now have JBN signs here. So if you come to an event in Philadelphia, you can take a picture with one for more JBN. And as you guys know, Modento, we knew to not as much TSD, that's so dentist. So we got our own signs. Thanks, Farrah. And what we're going to talk about today is Modento. I'm happy to have a new Dental Nacho sponsor, Modento here. As you guys know, as Dr. Nacho, I feel my job is to bring you guys good ideas to test out, to try out, to see if they fit into your practice and see how they could work to make you a less annoyed and happier dentist. So thanks for being here, Drew. We appreciate you talking with us.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Now, I like the name because I'm sure people just say, what is Modento? So tell us in a couple words what Modento is.
Modento, the name is odd, yes. The Modento idea and what we represent, what we offer the community is it's a patient engagement software for patients and the office. It's not really tailored towards one or the other. What it does, basics, is like notifications, forms, all the things that, kind of bog down the practice. We take care of that and make it as automated as possible. So that way you guys can focus on dentistry and not the time-consuming, mindless tasks that kind of take up way too much of our day.
There's 479 jobs to do outside of doing dentistry just in the morning. And what I'll share with is we have a lot of catchphrases here. Drew, I know you're in dentistry from before. How many years were you in dentistry before you went to this Modento?
15 years, about 15 years.
15 years, oh, okay. So we have some classifications here. So if you've been in dentistry for 10 to 25 years, you're a medium-aged dentisting person, which stands for MAD. So you are a MAD because that's 15 years.
Yes.
And we have some other ones here. So what I like to share with the group as a MAD myself, 17 years, is that when I started with my dad's practice, there was no such thing as texting patients. There was no such thing as emailing patients. They barely had computers in the office. And we are lucky to live in a time where we have all these resources. And much like Lyft and Uber, it's just great as the consumer, which is the dentist here, to have all these options. So tell us a little bit about what's behind Modento and some of the features that you guys have that can help dentists connect with their patients, make their lives easier.
Well, myself coming from dental background, I was able to pair up with somebody that came from more of a technical side of things and a lot of user interface and a lot of optimization protocols for technology for major companies. And we were able to put that to work and come up with something that kind of makes things easy for both the patients and the staff. Like I said, staff feels really spoiled to be able to use us, but the idea behind it is to do more positive reinforcement and more automation to, like I said, leave the practice with more patient relationships and focus on those relationships more than anything else.
You were a hygienist. Actually, people like the hygienist, Drew. They don't like this face. They like the that face.
Yeah, we get the happy side, yeah.
In our office, we have this house office. It's really pretty cool, but it's kind of small. I mean, people like the intimate feel, but it's not this massive place. And when you go enough, what's behind door number, whatever. And I think, some of our frequent flyers, they just show up. They don't even know what they're here for. And they always like when they get led to the hygiene door instead of the dentist door, they're like, I don't want to be in your room, Paul. But I think it's just a critical part of what we do because dentistry it's not fun. When I was teaching dental students, I still do this now, about life after dental school, I say that, and you probably can embrace this as a hygienist, being in the dental office is like putting on a Broadway play every day that nobody wants to see. And to do anything to make it fun, I tell people, take a free Keurig, steal the Keurig, anything for you to like us is important. I think it's cool that Modento has this. So tell us a little bit about the app, why an app, what are some of the valuable things Modento brings to a practice?
The app is a really cool feature. I'd like to point out that it's not necessarily a required feature of Modento. It's just a really cool, awesome bonus. It is the future in which healthcare is kind of heading into more secure communication and more opportunity with that. The app is really neat strictly because it's something a patient downloads. It's customized per practice, so it still has all the faces of the team members that they recognize. It's a nice introduction into the practice, especially for new patients. It's very secure communication. We can send photos securely and HIPAA compliant. You have the whole rewards program, so everybody knows that this generation of people kind of need a little bit more hand-holding or a little bit more encouragement to do the right thing or things that they're supposed to. So we kind of took advantage of that and created this program that we can reward patients for doing what they're supposed to. So if they show up on time, they confirm their visits, any of those things kind of will add up, these points every year that they stay in the practice, birthdays, things like that. Then they can trade them in for goods and services, sonicare replacement heads,
I think,
whitening or whatever.
I love that you guys have, I love you have this ability to send videos or photos securely. I was just talking yesterday, so Dental Nacho's group, when I'm on here, it's Nacho plate of all kinds of stuff. So we're talking about Modento, talking about a new sponsor, but then I want to infuse real value. So I do a lot with implant dentistry, and I know when I'm 65, 75 years old, I'm going to forget stuff. I forget stuff now. And the ability to just send a video of saying, hey, this is what we talked about in terms of getting an implant overdenture, and these are the steps, because people have to go and tell their spouse about it, people want to tell their friends about it. So I just think that alone is just a really cool application of that. With the patient loyalty program and value to the team members, and you were saying about the whitening, is that pretty much part of the loyalty program, or you're saying that we can reward people for good behavior?
Yeah, and it's completely customizable for the practice. There might be some things like maybe you have a lot of swag that you want to hand out so that people are taking it to their kids' soccer games, or if you have a whitening that you're trying to get into the practice and more talked about between their friends. A lot of doctors will even go to local restaurants and say, hey, I'll put your logo if you give me $10 gift cards, and we'll get more business out to your establishment. It's cheap and free for the doctor. So it's completely customizable for whatever the practice wants to focus on, whether they can do Botox, whitening, whatever it is that they specialize in, that they want to get people talking about more. It's part of the marketing aspect of it as well.
I really like that. Now, let's get into some of what dentists love. Dentists love details. Your dental people. Very skeptical people. We're skeptical people, right? Yep. Raining outside. Would you like an umbrella? What is this umbrella scam you have talked about? Like, I just do not want you to get wet. So I know my own people. So I like to bring everything to the forefront and share some details. First, let's talk about if you want to use Modento in your practice. If you're someone who just bought a practice, I do practice transitions. You just acquired a practice, and the office says we have one computer in the front, and nobody knows how it turns on. So you are perfect to start to build your patient communication system, whether it's something like Local Med, Modento, different things like that. Tell us what practice management softwares you do work with.
Open Dental is definitely our most robust option. We love Open Dental. We also integrate with Dentrix and EagleSoft. And we are adding more, working on Curve. We're adding more options here. The larger we get, the more we want to consume in those practice management softwares. But yeah, just the three for the right now.
And I know my dental people, they get upset with me, but every time I hear about the pricing for these things, which have nothing to do with Modento, the solution reaches, the local meds, the swells, nothing to do with them, I always say these are such great values for what they do. Every time I walk downstairs here in Philadelphia and I take an Uber from here to Penn Dental School to lecture for $11, I'm like, man, this is such a great thing that I can do. So, but I know my dental people, we've not taught business. I would just like to set this up by saying, one person missing one hygiene visit, it could be a $300 cost. One person missing one implant placement visit could be a $1,500 cost. And this is not related to Modento. This is just related to the ability to communicate with your patients. Well, let's say you say, okay, I'm ready, Drew. I'm thinking about Modento. I know we're going to have a special offer for the Nacho people as a new sponsor, but tell me the general pricing if I want to integrate Modento into my office. Monthly, is there a contract, things like that?
No contract. Our technology stands for itself, so we're fine going month to month. Nobody's left us yet. We're having a great time with our offices. So it's $249 or $299 a month for the month-to-month contract, and then we have a one-time installation fee of $249.
And so that's to me, that's for $3,600 a year to be able to communicate with your patients, make sure they show up at appointments, and then also things that I played a lot of sports when I was younger. I wanted to be a professional basketball player, but I only grew to 5'9" or 10, so this is where I'm at in life. But I wanted to be a professional basketball player. Our high school team and things that didn't.
I think I lost you. You still there, Paul? You froze.
The case might be up internet. Oh, you're back. You're good.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, I can fill in a lot of dead space. I talk a lot. I don't check my thing out here, Farrah. Tell us, Drew, if you're a dental nacho or listening, thinking, I want to test this out. I want to try this out. I want to find out more info. Tell me first how I can contact you and what special offer do you have for the Dental Nachos crew, which Farah will put into the comment section.
I would love to offer, you know, like maybe a waiving the activation fee, which is the $249 value for people.
Dentist people like that, saving $250, $249. That's good. And how can they do a demo or get their team to do a demo?
We'll supply the link for the demo. You just go ahead and click on it. It's a really cool demo. We can share something live like this where it's one-on-one. I'll be able to show you all the software. It's nice. You can input your number if you want to. We'll send you the text messages, show you everything between the app, the patient portal, the kiosk, all of it. I love to show the payments features and how checking in and how the forms are very quick and very easy and automated. So just a one-on-one, we can ask all the questions that you need to, because you'll have a lot.
You said something interesting there, and I work with a collections group, Andy Grover Cleveland's one of our sponsors, who's awesome, who gets payments from patients later. But I think I pay for everything in the moment because I forget things. So I went to my dental office and I didn't pay. They might be chasing me down for money because I'm just the type of person who gets 500 emails, junk mail. So I think the ability to pay, is this pay on the app and in other ways, is about, tell me about the patient payments.
The payments is probably one of the favorite features for both the offices and the patients. You know, a lot of patients will kind of walk around without their wallet oftentimes because you can do everything through Apple Pay now, right? Or you're thinking, you know, not bringing it into the dental office. So oftentimes, you know, even if the patient is sitting there or they have their purse on them, they don't want to fish through for their wallet, they'll say send the payment on the app. And we're integrated with Apple Pay and Google Pay. So it's instant. It's really nice for the patients. You send in the payment request, they just hit it with their thumb and it's done 20 seconds later, it's in your account. The patients get a receipt right away. They have a statement attached to that payment that they can see right away. It's very, very quick. And that's probably, like I said, one of the favorite features for both the patients and also the staff in the office. The collections is pretty amazing once you have the automation and the option for patients to choose which way they want to do it.
That's a huge win. I mean, sometimes I don't think you know, I know that when you were a hygienist, like I just get to scale calculus every day. I'm living the dream. This is my dream. But the hygienist, I have to say, and I'm an equal opportunity annoyer and also an equal opportunity complimenter. And everyone on the dental team has their own job descriptions and comes with pros and cons. Hygiene assistant, front desk, dentist, sterilization tech. But the front desk constantly having to ask people for money is just not a fun job. I mean, it's not a fun thing to do. And I think, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's the idea behind Modento is that we're gonna do all of those gross, tedious tasks that you don't really want to do, you know, make it automated and easy, and also reward the patients for doing them so that you don't have to chase them down for money or you don't have to ask for these things.
Who wants this money? This Modento person wants it, not me. So, you know,
yeah.
it is, I mean, I teach a lot about this. I mean, I always have my patient care coordinator talk about the total investment because it's just a different feel than the dentist talking about it. And, you know, front desk, this is just a great way to do this. Well, I thank you for your time here, Drew. You brought a lot of value to the Nacho group. I'm excited to learn more about Modento for our practices. Really appreciate it as being a new Nacho sponsor. Just to remind you to reach out to your personal email, Drew. What would that be, or if they had any questions?
It's just drew@modento.io, and we'll make sure to post that in the link in the comments of this. And I'm sure you said that you're going to post the link for the demo, and I'd love to show you.
We appreciate the Nacho sponsor deal of the waived activation fee. I encourage you, Dennis, just do the demo. I was just at the New Dentist Boost Camp this weekend, Drew. I have awesome affiliates and sponsors and Nacho toppings. And I had these young dentists there, but I had people on the live stream, and I say, just do one thing, just do the demo. And hey, you don't have to do the demo yourself. Have your office manager do it, because I would not be the person running Modento. And I just say, is this going to fit for you? And it's not easy to try new things, but then they become normal. I mean, you know somebody was yelling at their Uber app 2 years ago and now can't live without it. So it's just a great way to connect with patients. So I think you represent a lot of the awesome stuff that Dental Nachos wants to do, JVN. I hope you're glad that you're officially a MAD, Drew, so we can send you a Dental Nachos t-shirt with MAD on the back. And thanks for that. Any parting words for the Dental Nachos community before we jump off?
No, I just really appreciate everybody's time and watching me be, you know, awkward on camera. And please feel free to do a one-on-one demo, and I'd love to show you around. We've got a lot of really cool features that we obviously don't have time to talk about on this. So reach out and you'll be amazed.
This was like my millionth one of these, so it's just you get to be used to it. But we do more. So check out Modento. Thanks, Dental Nachos crew. Go back. Maybe your hygienist has been waiting for you to check them. So go check your hygienist and have a great day.
All right, thanks.